Hello, sir.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
It's good to see you again.
You too.
You got a big match this weekend.
Do I?
Do you? No.
Every match is a big match.
Yeah? Okay. I feel like you have found the fountain of youth. Like it is, I just turned 40 myself, but I can't believe that you're in your 40s. I mean, you look incredible.
Well, thank you very much. Sometimes I don't feel as perhaps the way I look. Sometimes I feel absolutely terrible. Waking up in the morning can feel like peeling myself off the bed. But once I get going a little bit later in the afternoon, like we're still early now, right? It's not even 11 o'clock, I don't think. So I'm a slow starter, but once we get to showtime, 8 p.m., 9 p.m., that's when I'm good to go.
What specifically hurt when you got out of bed this morning?
My allergies. I've got like bad allergies right
Michigan
now.
air here?
Well, I just came from Florida as well, so air was pretty heavy down there too. But eyes hurt, knees, ankles, elbows, neck, lower back, hips, sometimes my fingers. No, I'm just kidding.
42 sound amazing. I can't wait for that.
No.
Jeez.
Honestly, I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm performing the best that I have in the ring right now. But I feel like that also comes down to experience, also comes down to confidence and in your own ability in the ring and how you adapt and how you perform in the moment. But I'm feeling pretty good.
I really appreciate how the demon is something really special now. And the demon's something you bring out only when you absolutely need to. What does bringing the demon out mean for you?
It's hard to put that into words. It's certainly a different mode. It's certainly a different character. It's certainly a different approach. But it's more like pissing myself off, right? If you can imagine, what's the worst way you want to prepare for a match, right? And that's like sitting in a chair still for 6 hours, like getting painted, like meticulously still for 6 hours in like a cold AC room with like a little wet paint brush, right? It's the worst preparation for a match ever. So if you can imagine how pissed off I am by the time I get out of that makeup chair and get to the ring, that's kind of what energy the demon brings. It brings like 6-7 hours of absolute frustration.
And then does the frustration then carry on to the next day when you're finding black paint behind your ears for the next week maybe?
Snot rockets and black boogers and stuff like this, coughing up little bits of black. You're flossing, little bits of black are coming out. But it's certainly, it's not good for your skin routine either, I'll tell you that. You got like red raw skin for this alcohol-based paint.
Pores are clogged up.
Yeah. It's certainly an experience for sure, but won't have to deal with any of that this weekend.
It's a hell of an entrance. I mean, come on.
Yeah, for you. Yeah.
Take me back to winning the WWE Championship. I'm really curious. Did you know you were injured as soon as you got injured?
As soon as I got injured, I knew I was going to be out for a long time. I knew it straight away. I said, this is not good. And I dislocated the shoulder, relocated it myself, realized I was in a bad way, hit the ropes, it dislocated again, I relocated it. There was another time I got whipped into the buckle, I hit the buckles, it dislocated again, I relocated. So I knew I was in a bad way. I knew I needed surgery. I knew I was looking at 6 months to a year in the ring. And I was kind of processing all this information while trying to adjust the flow of the match, because now I was physically limited to what I could do.
And you're telling people like, hey, just so you know, my shoulder's out.
Well, the referee was asking me, hey, are you hurt? Are you okay? And I obviously tell him, yeah, I'm fine, because I don't want the match to end. So, I was very aware that I was injured, and you just try to get to the next step, right? So like, it's just in life, you just need to get to the next obstacle and overcome it. And that's the way I approached the match. I was injured on the floor outside the ring. I relocated and I said, well, you can lay here and scratch your ass and the match is over, or you can get back in the ring and try and get to the next obstacle. And that was kind of the way I approached that match. Obviously, it must have been cool for some people because we're still talking about it 7 years later, and we're having a rematch. But maybe in another 7 years we'll be having this match again. Me and Seth when I'm 49 and Seth is 45. So.
I mean, think of how that match could have gone very differently. You could have said, I can't do it, throw up the X, lay down 1, 2, 3, and you lose.
That was never going to happen, and that will never happen. I've finished matches with one arm, broken jaw in 2 places, broken coccyx, torn hamstrings. And listen, I'm not saying that I'm tough. Everyone's tough. We all have injuries. We all overcome them. Yes, the X goes up in some extreme cases, but for the most part, what you're seeing when every performer is in the ring is an athlete that's overcoming something, right? Some physical limitations, some injury. Most of us, we're all dealing with them every day, and that's what we do, is we overcome. I feel like certainly in mainstream media, WWE superstars and professional wrestlers in general do not get the recognition and appreciation they should get for being such outstanding athletes and such tough SOBs. Yeah.
One final question. How do we get abs like Finn Balor?
Train consistently, train variety, eat clean. And when I mean clean, I don't mean like just eat veggies all the time. Just eat like real foods, fruit, meat, chicken, eggs. Like, stay out of those middle aisles of the supermarket, Stay away from the cereals and the wrapped up candy bars. Don't eat that junk. Please, you're poisoning yourself. A little bit here and there is okay, but if you're gonna eat that shit every day, man, what do you expect? Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you. I'm trying, I got a little bit of abs.